Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
You're having a salad, Big John. What are you doing?
Imagine that. You caught Big John having a salad. Fucking get him on the gram. Shame, shame, shame. Welcome to Drum and Drummer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Campers.
Yeah.
Good morning, drummers and
Good.
non-drummers.
Yep.
There's two types of people in this world.
Yep.
Those who play drums and those who don't. Fact.
I'd like to know our ratio of who plays drums and listens and who doesn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Can you do a poll on Instagram?
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah. Out of the four people.
Exactly.
Turns out me, you and Gabby do play drums.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Because if you look at our Instagram, it would look like we're failing in many ways, you know? but
as metrics go, yeah.
As metrics go, yeah. But as you say, the listenership goes up, you know?
I mean,
So
what is growth?
I mean, listenership. I mean, the Instagram thing, because I wouldn't, if I had a mate who had a podcast, I wouldn't like every time they put out a new one.
No way. I wouldn't listen.
Well,
I wouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
And I could tell because I'm at a gig and I tell a story that I've already told on the podcast, and all my mates are like, "Oh, I've not heard that before." Do you know what I mean? It's clearly obvious.
I have the opposite. I forget that people listen, and I'll start telling someone something, and they go, "No, yeah, I've heard that."
Yeah, I've heard that, George. Shut up.
And I went, "Oh." So then it's almost worse. Speaking of listening, we've had a bit of correspondence that you've only just found out about because I run the Instagram.
This is a shock to me. A surprise.
And it's a lovely bit of business from Eric Campbell. I'll read it out. I'll read it out.
Evans EC2s. Eric Campbell 2s. Yeah.
It says, "Hey George and Ben, I just listened to your episode and was cracking up at the dead bird saga on Ben's property.
Yeah.
But the part that really got me was the sound limiter nightmare at the wedding gig and how it basically forced you to play at a level where the music loses all its energy. I was curious, after all the gigs you've done, have you figured out a way to actually make a sound limiter situation work, or is it always just damage control?" Great question.
Thank you, Evans, Eric Campbell 2s, for getting in touch.
Yeah. Do you want to start off?
I was wondering if he's got a mate, Ronnie Pickering, Remo Pinstripes. It's the equivalent. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can start, and the way I've dealt with it is the Roland VAD 504 kit.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I'm using now, even if there isn't a sound limiter.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I use it at every gig, but I will sometimes hybrid that bitch and do electric toms and kick, and I'll pop a real snare on and some real cymbals.
Yeah, sure.
But to be honest, I just, more often than not now, I just do the full electric.
Yeah.
I do the full electric, and for me personally, is it as fun as playing a real acoustic kit? No. Is it close? Yes. One of the key things playing that electric kit, and this isn't a Roland Avid, this is a, for those full size, real looking ones, is I don't feel like a dick. Because people see it looks like a real drum kit. The cymbals are black, rubber, but like the shells are there and the kick drums there and the toms. One, I can get it set up exactly how I want to match my acoustic setup. Two, I don't feel like an egg playing on a toy drum set when you get those little ones with pads on a little rack. Yeah. So that's how I've got around it, and I can play full throttle as much as I want. Sound limiter doesn't. It is irrelevant.
Yeah.
So it was a £3,800 solution, but a solution nonetheless.
There you go.
And I really don't miss those days of turning up to a sound limiter gig and being like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know, or this is just fucking pointless or
Yeah.
rubbish. And I've got some really good sounds on the kit, custom sounds from E-Drumming Workshop. It's like a Yamaha recording custom. And even when there's not a sound limiter and you crank that thing up and the sound starts to react in the room, like, it sounds really good. Really good.
Yeah.
People don't use amps anymore. Like, what's, that's not a big deal.
No.
So that's how I got around it, and it makes my life easier. But you do have to play the kit slightly differently. I feel like the hi-hat, as good as it is, you have to like really open it to get the bark. And the cymbals, like, not as, you are hitting rubber pads. So you just have to be a little bit more, but it's the best solution.
It's a good solution. I think also not being a drummer who can only play loud, because I think, I'm sure we've talked about this before, I think a lot of drummers pride themselves on being like, oh yeah, I can hit well hard, but that's not the cool thing. I think it's far cooler to be able to play softly and still make it sound good. And I think if you can still play, but play soft, then great. But it's almost like everyone has to follow you with that, because I think the thing that annoyed me on the sound limiter gig was like, I was almost like, I can't go any quieter. I am tapping the drums now, whilst maintaining the boot groove and the beat. But I was almost like looking to the band like, you guys are going to have to play softer as well. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like,
no, totally.
It can't be me doing it, and then you still,
Everyone assumes it's the drums that are the problem.
Yeah.
Everyone assumes that, and I'm not saying they're not the problem, because I've done a venue where you just tap the snare and it goes in the red.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's just bollocks. That's just unplayable. But what I've found more often is that, the sound limiter thing is bullshit, because some of them are so frequency dependent.
Yeah.
So if you just go up the scale on a bass guitar, F sharp.
Yeah.
Warm, that's the one that sends
they
into
are.
the red. But you go to a G, it's absolutely fine. And I've done those where it's a sound limiter, and you're like, but I can hit these cymbals as fucking hard as I want.
Yeah.
And it's not going in the red. So you tell me, how's that quiet? How's that effective? And the other thing that annoys me is, I've seen this with singers a lot, is like, I'm watching it and I'm playing, when I was on the acoustic, and you're like, whoa, it's going in the red. They're just pouting out. Pouting out. Like, no, you got to, it's not just me, mate.
Yeah.
My cymbals are doing fuck all to that cymbal. Bring it down.
Exactly.
Chill the pipes.
Chill the pipes. There you go, Eric. Chill the pipes in a nutshell. That's what it is.
But that gig for you specifically, George, where you were like, I'm just playing the hi-hat and Mr. Brightside. What's the point?
What is the point?
Do you, I don't know, do you have a solution for yourself? I'm not saying everyone can just go and buy a Roland VAD, because that's ludicrous. But like, in that situation, are you can't feel good, can you?
No. I don't think there is one. I don't think there is. If you want to play an acoustic kit and there's a sound limiter, I don't really think there is, because the venue will always say, bring brushes, and they clearly don't know what brushes are. They mean hot rods. I've had this rant before. Because how are you going to play fucking all the small things with brushes, But anyway, but hot rods just don't do, I think just hit lighter. But also, I think that's a big part of it, is see what everyone else is doing. If you're hitting lighter and you notice that the bass player's still gunning for it, be like, maybe you do something as well. Maybe you calm it down.
Why is it all on me?
Why is it all on me? Just because I've got, acoustic instrument. But yeah. Anyway, that's sound limiters.
Thanks for your message.
Thank you, Eric. And thanks for people. We're getting more correspondence. It's nice.
Lovely. Yeah, keep them coming in.
Keep them coming.
Sane, And just a little update for you. The magpie is still there on the TV aerial. Still there, but now it appears its second leg it's sort of swung in the wind, and the second leg has got caught on the upright of the TV aerial.
Jesus.
So now it's sort of like a bit more stationary, like it's not blowing around. It's like got 2 fixed points now.
Wow.
Still up there, so we'll see. Every day I wake up, honestly, and I look out the bedroom window on the patio, and I'm like, has it dropped down yet?
Yeah.
When's it coming down? Will it ever come down?
Will it?
Will there just be a swinging carcass?
Yeah.
Up there at some point. I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. This is what we bring. This is the good shit you don't get on other. They're not talking about this on Football Weekly. They're going, World Cup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're bringing you real-time, live, dead magpie updates.
Yep.
and we will continue to do so.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got anything? I mean, I've got some stuff.
I mean, to be honest, I've had a bit of a quiet week. Really, I had a gig on Saturday, and there is absolutely nothing eventful about it.
Fair enough. Which
Wonder Year,
band?
near Bath, barn, 40th birthday, turn up, set up, pizza, play, break, go. No dramas. It was
Lineup?
easy. Usual lineup, original lineup.
Yeah.
Everyone played well. What you could definitely tell though is we'd done a lot of gigs recently because it was like pro. Do you know what I mean? It was like, one, you could tell we were all bored, but two, smooth as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Just, it's like these are dialed in. We played them regularly.
Yeah.
A lot over the last few weeks. It was just like a pro job. Bosh, done. Cheers. But I've spent most of my week watching the World Cup.
Oh,
actually. You know,
Yeah.
a full-time job in itself. Obviously, we need to do two little clips now because one, England are playing. We don't know how England have got on while recording this, but this will come out after the England game. So I'll just do this. Yay! Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Great.
I can pick whichever one is appropriate.
Yeah.
Obviously the time zone differences. The games at all sorts of times.
Yeah.
All sorts of times of the night. So here's what I was a bit worried. I was a bit like, it's gonna be really difficult to watch all these games, and I love trying to watch all the games. You know, and I will easily go, I won't bother working much.
Yeah.
The World Cup, take it as I'm semi-retired. But actually, what I found is, you know, you can smash the 5 o'clock, smash the 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock in bed, maybe fall asleep around the 60, 70 minute mark, wake up when the wife goes to work, pop the rest of that on, and then watch the 2 a.m. and the 5 a.m, get up around 3.
Lovely.
You know what I mean? It's a great day.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's a great day. I've only not watched one of them all the way through.
Really?
Which was the Switzerland-Qatar game. But I pretty much watched all the other ones.
Yeah, I can't remember which one I watched. I watched one when I was in Cambridge the other night, which we'll get to. And I remember thinking, this is great. This is like Sunday League. This is back and forth. I think two teams that were quite unknown, and you can see the difference. But I obviously saw the scores because I had to write the sweepstake things at work today. And I saw the 7-1 Germany thing. And I was like, that's what's great about this World Cup. Because now they've let in, 12 new teams or however many. It's like there's going to be some shit ones, and there are going to be some hilarious scores. Because you think about when you play 5-a-side against random teams, just in your area, there's going to be some games where you absolutely get destroyed or you absolutely win a lot. I kind of want more of that in the World Cup. I don't want Spain and France 1-1. That was a close game. I want a game that's so not close.
That's the thing. When we're watching sport, for me, I want the underdog to win.
Yeah.
Or the overdog to fucking destroy them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So I want a Cape Verde Spain 0-0. I want Cape Verde to do well.
Yeah.
But I will also be equally as happy watching the Germans absolutely batter Curacao.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm going get 8, go for 10.
Yeah.
Don't relent.
No.
Smash them, boys. Smash them.
Exactly.
And obviously, hoping England do the same. But they won't, I'm sure.
I don't think
they have.
I don't think the country has ever been less infused. But I feel like this has happened the last few. I feel like 4 years ago, we thought the same thing. And maybe even 6 years ago. No, we weren't doing it 6 years ago. 2 years ago. Just going like, no one seems up for it. And then England get further than they've ever gone. You go, now I'm up for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like 2006, everyone was behind it. The whole country was just insane.
It was all we lived for.
2002 as well. 2010 it starts to die out a bit, but 2006 it's like, oh my god! And I think we got to the quarters. That was it,
Yeah.
But it was like, whereas now we get to the final and shit, no one cares, leading up to it.
I think it's just because there's just so many other problems.
There are so many, and America,
And America, and you're a bit like, nah, you don't get it.
No.
Do you get that feeling? Do you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't understand.
Yeah, you don't get it. And I think that's why we're like, well, we're not going to give them a good crowd reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think couple that in is like England, because there's 12 groups, because there's 58,000 teams in this World Cup. Like nearly at the point our team was in it. Do you know what I mean? Like the Drum and Drummer official 11, we were nearly qualified. We were just below Cape Verde, and New Zealand.
Yeah.
But it's like nearly a week in, and England haven't played yet.
Yeah.
So like you're watching all these other teams play, and it's great. But at the moment, it's a spectacle from the periphery. We're not in it yet. We're not in it. No. But 9 o'clock Wednesday night, when those boys step out,
I'm guessing you're watching it at home. You're not going out, are you?
I'm watching it at home. Yeah, I'm not going out.
I'm going to go out with Dean. Going to go to the Poets' Corner. Do you know? Right, I'm going to crack on because
boy.
Because battery's now at 10%.
And, yes, we're racing against the MacBook battery clock.
Exactly, because now, listeners, I don't know if I mentioned this, I'm now recording from my studio because Wi-Fi was iffy for too long at my flat.
It was rubbish.
It was rubbish. And big reason we haven't had guests. I didn't want to have on, Dave Grohl and be like, soz about my...
Soz, mate. Sky Wi-Fi's a bit wank.
Exactly.
You get it,
I mean, shall I start with Big John?
Let's start with Big John.
It's so funny. It's so funny. For anyone listening that doesn't know who Big John is, he's a fat man on the internet who orders Chinese and says bosh, But I'd imagine if you live in England and you're around our age and you have a phone that has social media, you're likely to know who he is. I mean, I'll get to everything else around it, but the Big John thing was amazing, and I was buzzing. I don't think I've been buzzing for a while in my life because that was how I felt, and I realised...
And you've done some good gigs recently. Do you know what I mean? Like
exactly. That's exactly what I said to my brother. I said afterwards.
Georgie and Ben, they're like... Come on, guys! We're playing another tractor festival. Yeah. And like, you're going to be on the big screen, George. And like, but why is the hotel not closer? Yeah. And then you're meeting Big John, and you're like, absolutely buzzing.
Blew my mind. Genuinely, like, because I say bosh a lot, because of Big John. Yeah. And, and I'm always sending reels and having mates send me reels of what he's up to and whatever. And I was walking through Cambridge and... just booked a table at this pub for dinner and walking down. And weirdly, some people I told this to are like, that's weird. But I know his family as well. Like, I've just seen... You see his family as much. So I think I saw like his daughter or maybe his wife. And I was like, how do I know those? I recognise that person, but I don't know how. And then it was like he just spawned in. He was just there. And Lizzie, who I was with, was like, you... did not play at core at all. I think I shouted, "Oh my God, it's Big John!" like that. And then he was, I think because he's used to it now, he was just ready with a fist bump. So I gave him a fist bump. And Lizzie was great. She just instantly was just like, can we get a photo, And he's like, yeah, of course, And I said, the whole conversation went like this. I said, what are you doing here then, Big John? He said, I'm going to go and judge the sausage and cider contest, which happened to be where we were playing. Like, that was the stage we were on the next day. So it's like the first day was Sausage and Cider Festival, and the next day was the Summer in Nashville country thing. And he was like, I was like, oh, what are you doing before? He was like, oh, just checking out some food. I was like, oh, you going to that pub? He was like, no, I'm here for the Sausage and Cider Festival. And I went, yeah, no, sorry. And then I felt like apologising. Sorry, I think I got that wrong. Anyway, we had a photo, and then that was it. He disappeared. And I swear to God, I couldn't stop laughing for the next 20 minutes. I texted everyone I knew just with the word bosh and the picture of me and Big John. Some people didn't believe it was real. My brother said, I thought this was AI, but the joy on your face can't be replicated. Also, my brother doesn't get excited about anything I ever tell him, he's like, oh, that's cool, nice one, man. This, he was like, what the fuck, I know this has made your year. And I was like, it kind of has. So I'll explain. So I was in Cambridge because on the Sunday I had a gig at this festival, early doors, had to be there at 11 a.m. And the night before I originally had a gig in way down in Devon, and I was like, that's not going to happen. So I said to Lizzie, the new GF, I said, why don't we
official title?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
exclusive,
said,
Drum and Drummer podcast exclusive.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
announce it as opposed to you just sort of casually saying I have a wife, and people go, how did that?
Went to Vegas, got married. What?
But I said, do you want to go up to Cambridge, and then we'll go to. I've got a gig next day, and it's like, yeah. So that evening, went out and went for a walk.
Do you like sausage? Yeah. Do you like cider? Yeah. Well, the next day, I'm doing a gig. So.
Exactly. But yeah, we saw Big John.
You might still be able to smell the sausages.
But we saw Big John, and the walk back to the hotel, I was just so excited. And she was like, it's great. It's great that you're so happy.
It's great, but
it's mental that this is, we were staying at a Hilton, not fussed, Going to Warner Brothers Studios tomorrow. Yeah, cool. See Big John. Wow, that is just blew my mind, So yeah, lovely, man.
It's great.
And
it's great.
So we had a lovely meal, and then we went punting that evening, and then the next day woke up and did the gig. But things of note about the gig, I mean, there's another summer in Nashville, which is great, big stage. But we were our first band on. I mean, there was like a acoustic singer-songwriter guy, whatever, who cares, But we were on at like 1:15, which is such a weird time to do a gig, because we left at like 4, and then drove down to Watford, and then went to the Warner Brothers studio. I was going, I did a gig today,
Yeah,
it's now
crazy.
6 p.m. and I'm in a different county probably, and I don't know how it works. I was in Cambridge, and I was in London,
Watfordshire.
basically. Yeah, I don't know. And I went to Harry Potter World, and then.
Did you like Harry Potter World?
It was good. I don't think it's actually called Harry Potter World. I've got to stop calling it Harry Potter World.
It's what we call it, though.
Yeah, Will Daly worked there, didn't he? Will Daly.
Yes, he did. Yes.
But it is cool. But do you know what's funny about it? It's like I grew up watching the Harry Potter films. I never read the books until I was older. But I loved the films. But it's weird because I know Harry Potter is fiction. And yet there's a little part of me that wants to believe it isn't. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people have that kind of thing with like different things where it's like obviously it's fiction.
So there's I just want to get the detail here.
Yeah.
You wish it was real, not you think it was real.
No, I not even wish. I know it isn't real.
Right.
And I don't even think I wish it was real. I think there's just a little bit of me that goes, wouldn't it be funny?
Are you annoyed because you did also live under the stairs? Do you know what I mean? And you're like, well, I was nearly there.
Where's my letter?
Could have, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Your parking fine. For not this.
Yeah.
Delivered by a fucking owl.
But but when you see it all...
Maybe that magpie was bringing my letter. The pigeons and the magpie.
Maybe.
Trying to send me to wizard school, and they keep crashing into the fucking house.
Exactly. But then you see it all and you're like, there you go. It's confirmed it. I knew there wasn't a Chamber of Secrets, but now you can just see the door in on its own. You go, there really isn't a Chamber of Secrets. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so some would say you get to see the magic. I'd say ruins the magic. Now I know Harry Potter really isn't real. And I told Lizzie that. She said, "What do you think?" I said,
"Is it equivalent? You
magic,
saw your dad dressed as Santa.
Yeah,
you saw him putting on the trousers.
I think it's a bit of that. Even if you're old enough to know Santa ain't real, you still go, but I was holding on to a little bit of
You
hope.
saw Big John take his fat suit off.
Exactly, yeah.
Doesn't even like Chinese.
This is all for show. Yeah, exactly. You're having a salad, Big John. What are you doing?
Imagine that. You caught Big John having a salad. Fucking get him on the gram. Shame. Ringing the bell. Shame. No, I think, you wish Harry Potter was real. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even wish it was real. I like the idea that it's all going on somewhere.
It's all going on somewhere.
Like there is a Hogwarts somewhere in the middle of Scotland, and they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not. And now I know for sure it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
So
did you have a butterbeer?
I did. Yeah. Mixed reviews. The cream is delish, but the drink part was a bit weird. I don't know if have you been?
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that surprises me because you're not a Harry Potter fan, really. I know you
No,
like the
not
Lego
really.
game.
My first introduction to Harry Potter was through my wife, was playing the Lego Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the films when they came out, never read a book in general, and that was my first experience. So I got to know it through there. Then I watched the films with my wife. And obviously we've been to Universal Studios, been to the Harry Potter worlds there and go on the rides, and I enjoy it. I like the rides, I get it, but I'm not a, Harry Potter nerdlinger.
No.
Don't have the feeling I wish it was real. Guess I kind of wish Jurassic Park was real. I think that's what I mean. I think there's probably, I reckon there's Star Wars fans that wish they could get a real lightsaber. I think maybe that's what I mean. Yeah. It was just a part of me. It's like, did you buy a wand?
No, I didn't. Lizzie bought me a Harry Potter acceptance letter, which is just some more tat to add to my flat. No, I'm joking. It's very sweet.
I bought a wand.
Yeah.
I got involved, mate. Bought a wand. I'm pretty sure when we were there, because there were so many people in the gift shop, but they got fucking loads of wands. I think we asked a member of staff how many wands they reckon they sell a day, and I think we worked it out, and it was like, tried to work out how many wands they sell a year, and it was shitloads.
Yeah, I bet.
If you're asking, I bought Sirius Black's wand.
Yeah.
So,
probably one of the best characters.
I know what you mean about the butterbeer, though. The cream on top. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yummy.
Yeah.
But the drink itself, you're like,
Yeah.
It's like experiencing a pint for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe if I'd have had a few.
Get 7 butterbeers down your fat neck, you're probably having a great old day.
Exactly. We got anything else? I'm on 3%, and we used to do a clean
3%.
30.
That is dramatically
And
decreased.
do you know what? I've been turning my screen on and off. Like at times, it's just been black, and then I'd feel disconnected from you, so I'd have to put it back on.
Nothing really. I mean, I had a recording session on Saturday in the studio with a new artist.
Oh,
it's great, and we just demoed a couple of songs, and we're going to come back in July and start getting them recorded properly.
Nice.
But what's great is, like, she's quite young, right? But she is so anti synths, AI. Like, she is a Winehouse, Stevie Wonder, funk, soul, and she's like, I want real instruments. I want real instruments. Like, it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
For a young person. But she's so young, she didn't know how to use email. She's past the email generation. She didn't realise you had to put the .com at the end. But anyway, so that's really cool. It's nice to have someone new and do some drumming for that. The only other thing, right, my neon sign in the studio, right?
Oh, yeah.
That stopped working about 6 months ago.
Right.
And it's like such a focal piece of the studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, And anyway, I put it off for ages because obviously my mum's been unwell and I had my surgery and stuff. And then this Monday I was like, well, I'm going to finally get it sorted. I've got it sorted. It is back working. It's a relief. A relief. It wasn't broken and I didn't have to spend 700 quid buying a new one.
I thought
Other than that, mate,
you went to that guy that we send reels of to each other on Instagram.
Do you know what? I was tempted at the time when I ordered it. Yeah. Other than that, mate, got nothing. Just having a lovely week. Lovely week.
Well, good for you. Yeah, I might watch some football tonight, actually.
Yeah, get some football down your fat neck, you little prick. Get the World Cup fever. Come on. Exactly. Inject it to my veins.
Love that. Love all that. Right, we're on 2% now. So
2%, right. Well, let's wrap up then, boy.
Listeners, have you ever been to Harry Potter World? Did you like the butterbeer?
Fictional world do you wish was real?
Yeah.
That's
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Or what ones are you glad aren't real?
That's a good one.
Edward Scissorhands for one.
Yeah.
A bit shame, isn't it? Oh, see the new neighbour.
Yeah.
But cutting edges.
Yeah, but it cuts hair well, though. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. But a bit weird. drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com, @drumanddrummerpodcast on the Instagram, drumcharts.co.uk. George, go charge that bloody battery. Yeah. Get yourself some football. Shove it up your ass. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Come on, England!
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram @Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.